Hi, my name is Stephany, and I'm here with IdeateTV with Charles Fleming, the author of Secret Stairs and Secret Walks. What inspired you to write The Secret Stairs?
Well, I had no inspiration to write The Secret Stairs, nor even any interest in The Secret Stairs, but I had a terrible run of bad luck, and I had terrible bad health. And I had had these back surgeries, and I was up for another back surgery, and I couldn't do it, and I decided to try to walk a little bit to see if that would help me with my back problems. And that began this revolution in my life of walking and compulsively walking and more walking. And when I got bored with walking, I decided I'm going to find out where those staircases go, all these public staircases that are part of the structure of Los Angeles. And I ended up finding so many of them that people that knew me said, first of all, is there some sort of a problem? What are you doing out there all the time? And second of all, what do you mean secret stairs? Those are cool. You should write a book. And so a book was born.
So was that what inspired you to write your second book? So that was The Secret Walk.
Yeah,
So
Secret Walks followed. There was actually one in between. First I did Secret Stairs of Los Angeles, which was largely about the really hilly areas where we have public staircases, like Silver Lake where I live, and Echo Park and Mount Washington and places like that. But I had a daughter who was going to school at Cal, and there are lots and lots and lots of staircases in the Berkeley Hills and the Oakland Hills. So I wrote a second book called Secret Stairs East Bay. By then, the book down here had become a bestseller, and I was leading these monthly walks, and I was meeting all kinds of people, and a lot of them said a really sad thing. I really want to join you on your walks, but I can't because I've got a bad knee, or because I always walk with my dad and he's confined to a wheelchair. So Secret Walks was really the same idea as Secret Stairs, places that you don't know about, but that you'll love if you find them, that you can now walk and you don't have to climb stairs and hills to do it. You can still get a good workout and a good bit of exercise and a good leg stretch, but you don't have to climb a hill to do it.
that's great. Do you think your health has improved drastically after walking?
I know mine has because I had 2 spinal surgeries and I was scheduled for a third, and I never showed up for that. Like, I haven't had to have that surgery. And I was able to go back to playing tennis and riding motorcycles and snowboarding and doing all this stuff that I wasn't able to do before I started walking. And I have found that with many other people I've met, maybe several thousand walkers. And so many of them have told me things like, when I started with your book, I lost 50 pounds, I started dating again, I quit smoking, I met my wife on one of your stair walks. And so it's turned out to be, for a lot of people, what it was for me, which is a very painless way to go and get some exercise. Because especially if you're walking with the book, you're walking along and you're looking and you're thinking, wow, so that's the studio where Charlie Chaplin first worked in Los Angeles, or wow, that's the house that Raymond Chandler was living in when he wrote the screenplay for this movie, or Dashiell Hammett, or William Faulkner, or oh my God, Greta Garbo lived here. And you're just walking while you're doing this and absorbing all of this amazing architecture and history and culture. And then when it's over, you don't realize until it's over, oh, I just walked 90 minutes and I climbed 600 stairs and I covered 2 miles and I feel great.
And you learned something new too,
And you
history.
learned something that was distracting you so that you didn't even know you were having a bad time.
Right. So which one's your favorite hike or walk?
Well, I kind of grew up in the Pacific Palisades area, so I'm partial to the Casa Lamar stairs. There's a walk in my Secret Walks and in Secret Stairs that take in those stairs in that area because it's right on the Pacific, and every time you're going up a staircase, if you just turn around, you have all the beautiful blue sea behind you, and here's Santa Monica, and there's Catalina, and there's Malibu. But I like them all. It's like there's no such thing as a bad walk in Los Angeles if you know where to go.
So can you tell me kind of like your writing process? I know you had to go through some interviews to find the landmarks and the people that built them. So
for those books, it was really a lot of walking. There was no such thing as a map of the secret stairs, of the public stairs in Los Angeles. There were a couple of maps that showed some of the stairs, but there really was no place to go to just find out, okay, well, where are they all? So I really just walked. I would go to an area that was developed between the 1920s and the Depression. It had to be a hilly area, and it had to be an area that was served by the red car, by the old trolley cars, because that's where they were building staircases. As they were building homes up on top of these steep hills, they had to find a way to get pedestrians down the hill quickly instead of down the long way that you would go in a car. So I started exploring in Pasadena and Eagle Rock and parts of Pacific Palisades and Santa Monica. And so I just found them by trying to figure out, where would you put a staircase if you were going to build a staircase?
just exploring. Okay.
Which was great because what it meant was I even got more out of it than the people who read the book because I ended up walking in neighborhoods that I'd never even heard of. and areas that I didn't even know were part of Los Angeles, like the community of Herman or the community of Garvanza. And I would go there and I would look and I would find this church that's been there for 100 years or a restaurant that's been there for 80 years. And I would think, okay, well, what's all that about? And so I ended up doing all this studying and learning about Los Angeles that I wouldn't have had any reason to do otherwise. It really introduced me to Los Angeles in a whole new way. Even though I've lived here since 1966, I met the city on a different at a different pace, at a pedestrian pace, which if you're going slow like that, you really absorb a lot more.
I think that's very critical in today's, because no one really walks in Los Angeles. So how would you say, what are your next steps and how are you going to encourage more people to walk now?
Well, this is a bit of a complication because I've written Secret Stairs and I used as many staircases as I could find to fit into walks. So that's done. There's no more secret stairs that I know of in Los Angeles. Then I did Secret Walks, which was kind of new walks and also kind of a compilation of the column that I write, LA Walks, for the Los Angeles Times. Well, I've been doing that every month now for coming up on six years and more. I'm running out, so I really need people to contact me at the LA Times and tell me, what's your favorite walk? What's your favorite stretch of beach or your favorite canyon or your favorite public park? Luckily, today is the opening of Los Angeles Historical Park near Chinatown in downtown Los Angeles. So I know I got one more walk that I can go and do because that's 32 acres and that's going to be a great place to take a hike.
I'm really looking forward to that. Thank you so much, Charles. I'm Stephany and watching IdeateTV.